Let's do the news. Thank you.
Bobby's Big
Stories.
Season 6 of Black Mirror is coming in June. That is the greatest show in the whole world. It'll freak you out. It's predicted the future many times. It's been 4 years. I can't believe it's been 4 years since it's been out.
Did you say season 6 though?
Yeah.
Wow.
You ever watch it? Watch the White Bear episode.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
those
I
are the-
can't stop thinking about it. So Black Mirror will be returning to Netflix in June. Black Mirror will have new stars and stories. Season 6 will have Aaron Paul, John Hannah, Josh Hartnett. A lot of famous people want to be in this show now. It's been 4 years since the last season. Season 6 coming to Netflix in June from Superhero Hype. I also want to shout out the new culture of shows coming out in that they don't tell us a year ahead of time. They go, hey, in a month and a half, we'll be out. I like that because I hate when I hear 3 years from now, the Avengers follow-up is coming. Who knows if I'll be alive to even see that. And then I start thinking about death.
Oh,
and then I'm
gosh.
like, it just takes me down into a dark place. But June I can do.
Yeah, you're totally.
I think I'll feel
living
good about being alive in June.
in June. Yeah.
Oh, don't jinx me, man. If I die before June, it's because
What?
Okay.
we're going full Black Mirror right now.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you. Crazy Town. Remember this song right here called Butterfly? That's the band, Crazy Town, right? They had one song. Well, they're still trying to make it. And they're playing shows, and there's a video of the singer and the other guy who sings a little bit fist fighting after a show, and it is beat down city in a hallway.
What?
So post-concert footage shows the two guys just whooping each other. One dude showed up late, like as the show was almost over, and the other dude's like whack, whack, hitting him, whack, whack, and then they go outside, buy a car, whack, whack. It's crazy. I don't like watching this fight stuff, but it is awful. And so then one helps the other one up after he beats him up. Then he starts punching him.
Dang.
And all it did was remind me that song was real good back in the day. Come, my lady, come, my lady. You're my butterfly, sugar, baby. That's from Yahoo.
Have the Raging Idiots ever gotten in a fight?
Not on stage.
I've almost left Eddie in cities before. Not in forever, because everybody's on time now. But there have been times, like if we had a show until 11, we get back in like 12, go to the hotel, but it's like we got a call at 5:30. We have a bus call. We got a car call to get to the airport. And it'd be 5:30 on the dot, and Eddie was nowhere to be found. So I'd be like, all right, I don't care if we're in New Orleans, go, drive. We'd be driving. Eddie comes running off. Remember the show What's Happening when Rerun would chase the truck?
Yeah.
Eddie comes chasing the car. Wait! So and then he'd be upset for a second. And I'd be like, well, we have all these other people. We owe it to them to be on time. But then no. And he hasn't been late, and I haven't been
We're
late.
good, man.
Yeah, we're great.
Of course, you haven't been late.
We're older.
Why is that a statement?
We're mature.
That's right.
No, we don't really fight.
How old are these dudes?
I don't know. Older than us. Their heads are tattooed, too. It's weird. Next up, a shocking road rage stat. The driver flipping the bird is most likely a woman. The last person that flipped me off was a woman.
Wow.
I didn't even honk at her. It was somebody beside me. And then she flipped me off. A study found that a woman, well, they have less patience for people who get in their way. The researchers also found that women move up the corporate ladder more likely when they also have road rage because they're just in people's faces, and that's also what it takes to be ruthless, cutthroat. Like it's a negative, but it's also a positive in other places.
Amy, you should do that.
I mean, what? Okay, I'm not.
Why are you flipping me off right now?
No.
You're not getting a raise right now?
No.
I don't handle that.
I'm not
Put that finger
ever
down.
gonna flip somebody off when I'm driving, and then I will continue to be me
Give them the thumbs down.
in my career.
Yeah, just stick your hand down and go,
You gotta do the fart
because
noise.
that's more disappointing than
Yeah.
it is angry. And you don't want to disappoint people.
Yeah.
That's from Women's Health. From Bloomberg, Apple is developing an AI health coach. It's AI everything. It's AI all the time right now. They've started. It's crazy how advanced it already is. So they're developing an AI coach to help people with exercise, sleep, and eating habits. Codenamed Quartz, this paid service is expected to relay data from your Apple Watch to tailored plans and programs for you. It's set to be released sometime next year. And the Apple Watch is pretty good. I have one, but I told you my Aura Ring is, I think, better when it comes to measuring like sleep and heart stuff because it's right on my finger. What kind of heartbeat are you measuring from the back of your wrist? Really? I can't even feel my heart from the back of my wrist.
Well, they usually check your pulse under your wrist.
Exactly.
Right.
And I don't want to wear the watch upside down. I tried that to get a better reading. Everybody's like, why are you wearing your watch upside down, idiot? But this Aura Ring, which I don't have a subscription to, I think at some point they ask you to pay for something.
Oh, yeah.
I had to pay for the ring, and I guessed what my size was. My wife did. And I got it kind of right, but there's a lot of room there, huh? See all that room?
Yeah, that'll be good for when you get hot
What do you mean?
because your
'Cause it'll
fingers
swell out.
expand.
Remember?
Oh, when I sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this one's better at that. But it gives me a sleep score every day. And if I wake up and have a bad sleep score, like last night, I was not out late. I did a private thing in Fayetteville last night, and I flew back home late last night. And so I didn't get a lot of sleep. But I woke up and my sleep score, if it's bad, there's cognitive problems that I can absolutely associate with that bad sleep score. Where mostly I just let it rip and be like, man, I just wasn't feeling myself today. But I can now go, oh, I have a bad sleep score. I'm having problems connecting dots and thinking clearly. Sleep is super important. Sleep and water, man. That's why I didn't do any last night. The Flash shares the reason behind the delays. The Flash director. This is the movie, that guy that runs fast, Mike. They've been working for 4 years on this thing, but I don't care about this. But the movie's out June 16th. But Scuba Steve has a movie 4 years in the making, or a TV show 4 years in the making himself, that for some reason he hasn't been able to, write, produce?
Actually, 10 years. A decade.
Oh, is it even relevant anymore?
It is very relevant.
Okay, is it called like
So the
Oregon Trail?
My working title, and it got taken recently. It was called The Neighborhood.
Yeah, but that's been used by 100 people. You can still use that.
Okay. Well, that's not the official one, but that's just what I put in my notes.
Are you going? Well, yeah, working title, The Neighborhood.
Yeah.
But are you going to share it right now?
I would not like to, because it's been 10 years of no one doing it, so I want to continue keeping it that way.
Do you think it's because it's so groundbreaking, or because it sucks? Because it's one of the two. And, hold on.
I feel
It's one of the two.
Respectfully,
And,
okay,
and it's a fine line between the two. Because stuff that's innovative, most people think sucks until they're like, oh, wow, this really is something.
So it's super dark, but it's very real, but very dark. And
It's called Black Window. He had the whole idea for Black Window. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's just a really dark concept, but it's very realistic, and it happens all the time. And if I keep talking, I'll end up telling you everything, and I don't
But why
want
don't
to.
you do it? What's the deal? Why have you waited 10 years?
It's the problem is I just can't make time for myself to work on things for me. And
Is that an excuse?
not an excuse? It's reality.
No, that's an excuse.
Well, I mean, if I look at my schedule and
That's
my
an
day,
excuse. We are our priorities.
yes, but
No. We are our priorities for sure. And if you wanted to carve out 15 minutes a day just to work a little bit, you could.
Yes,
Yeah. But
Possibly.
it's not that important to you.
it's very important to me. I have a bunch of friends that are working on it with me, but we just never have got together to work on it. My children have become my priority now, and so that becomes.
I hear you. I swear to you, if you wanted to do it, you would do it.
I mean, I do want to do it. I
Okay.
mean,
Do you think some of it's fear?
No, not fear at all.
Okay.
It's just it really is trying
Can
to
you
find.
read?
I can read.
That's where you find out he can't read.
Can't read, Bobbins.
Do what Bobby's saying and put it in
yeah.
your calendar 15
yes,
minutes.
it doesn't matter what it is. It could be this. It could be exercise. It could be hanging out with one of the kids, the one you like the least. It doesn't matter. Not you, Scuba, just anybody.
Yeah.
We are our priorities. And if you really wanted to do it, you would find a way to do it. And you've had 10 years. And
I
you're
know.
telling me that you can't carve out 15 to 20 minutes a day. The thing is, it ain't a long time each day, but when you patch them all together, it ends up being a long time that you get to work on it.
I know. I guess I need to motivate myself to start doing that 15 minutes a day. Because when I do get those 15 minutes a day, it's usually a moment to do something with a family or do something just
No, you
to
get more than
decompress.
that. No, it's excuses. I hear excuses.
Okay,
buddy.
yeah. It could be.
You're a very motivated guy. You're a very smart guy. I hear excuses. And if you want to do it, you should do it.
Maybe this is what I need, the butt kicking from you
It's not
to
butt
push.
kicking. It's butt kisses.
Butt kissing.
No,
What?
no, it's
soft love tap.
It's a massage. Butt massage. Wait, no.
A love tap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
That's weird.
What's today? April 27th?
Yeah.
Why don't you just do like a 2-page, like mini deck on it?
Okay.
Your ideas. I don't even know what it is. And all you have to do is work 15 minutes a day. You can take 15 minutes literally out of this show and walk to a room and do it. I'm good without you 15 minutes.
Okay. All right, cool. It's my anxiety, I guess, of being away from the things that I am responsible for. But yes, I need to just do it.
Starting Monday, I'm going to make sure 15 minutes of every show you go away and you work on this project.
Wow.
For a month.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
Does this make you an investor?
No, it makes me just somebody who doesn't want to hear an excuse. That's all. You can do it.
Okay.
You're a very smart guy. And if I think you should pursue this and, kick in the nads and either make it work or don't.
Okay. All right.
And when you get it all done and you're doing your casting, I'm available.
Actually, you'd be a great. I have a part for you, so yes.
Okay, let's
wow.
do this.
You got 8 actors here apparently now.
I know,
Everybody's an
apparently,
actor on the show all of a sudden. Yeah. All right, Scuba, go get it. All right, we'll start Monday with that.
All right.
Remember, you are your priorities. And 15 minutes a day doesn't seem like much, but I used to do triathlons. I've done a couple. I hated running. I hate running now. I don't do it. But when I would have to run 10 miles, I couldn't run 10 miles. But what I could do is run to that tree, into that next tree, into that next tree. And then before I knew it, I was 4 or 5 miles in. And I was like, well, only 5 miles left. Okay, to that next tree. Only 2 miles, I can do that straight up. Boom, I was done. I still hated it. I never want to do it again. But that's it. In scuba, that tree, every morning, 15 minutes. What if it's like a Matt Big show?
Wow,
It's
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow, and I died before June. It's like all the stuff in this segment comes true, and he thanks me, and it's real emotional. People say they don't jog because they run, and it makes them look stupid. See, my thing is not that I think I look stupid. I just hate it. It is a mental, and I feel like I'm mentally strong in a lot of ways. I like how Lunchbox runs with no music, just going for miles and miles. How Mike D runs. Mike D just did a marathon, 26 miles. Mike D will be on my Instagram story doing 18 miles randomly on a Saturday. It's crazy because you just got to find stuff for your brain to do. And I'm just sitting there going, I'm all over the place. And I start thinking, well, I could do this tomorrow. Then I'm like, I just hate it. I just hate this. I just hate this. That's all I do. I just hate this. My legs hurt. I hate it. I hate it. So I don't run, but I don't look bad running, I don't think.
No, I don't think I do. Anybody here look weird?
I mean, you look, you're fine.
What? I feel like I jog very normally.
You do.
And I try to like have good posture, hold my stomach tight,
do?
like not look too weird.
Good for you. That's from Wells Online. A TikToker got upset when she tried to pay for people's groceries at the store checkout, and everybody turned her down.
Oh.
Turns out she was in a very wealthy neighborhood.
Whoops.
Oh. They didn't need it.
Yeah. They're like, this is an insult.
It doesn't work that way.
And finally, Harrison Ford will be de-aged for a 25-minute scene in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Let's go to Movie Mike. Movie Mike, why is it controversial that Harrison Ford is being de-aged for a movie?
It's just people using this technology to make him look better. I think it works for him because they're putting him like back in time. But some people just use it to make him look younger. It's weird.
So it's just letting the big actors have more roles, even younger ones, that is it taking jobs away from people?
Well, it's they can act forever because they can make him look younger.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do we care about Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny?
I do because it's the last one. Last time you're going to play Indiana Jones.
Haven't they said that a few times, though?
This is really the last
Yeah,
time.
It's like the Cowboy Rides Away tour.
Okay.
George Strait is like,
Come
you know
on,
what?
George.
The Cowboy Rides Away. Except I'm doing stadiums now. That's it. Variety. That's your news.
Those were Bobby's Big
Stories.
I'm a quitter.
Why?
I just went through that whole thing. I'm a quitter. I'll tell you next.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm kind of a quitter. But there's sometimes in life you have to quit. That's not really something I say. That didn't go over well, that chapter in my last book. But I'm a quitter. And we'll talk about it next. This is voicemail from Gina in Newfoundland, Canada.
I love all you guys. I love listening to your great contests and your spinning the wheels, and I think you guys are awesome. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and once again, I love listening to you guys.
Yeah. Thank you. And you can listen to our podcast. Let's say you turn us on right now live, and you're like, dang, I wanted to hear something earlier, or I'm bored. Check out our podcast. It's up there every single day. Our YouTube channel, subscribe to it. It's up there every single day with new stuff. If you like us, I think you'll like that. I go yesterday and at a private event type thing, and I get a call from the University of Arkansas that I love. That's my wife and my dogs and the Razorbacks, right? That's it. And not always in that order. So they say, hey, will you come and host our athletic awards banquet? And I'm like, sure, I'd love to. And they say, we'll pay you whatever your rate is. And I say, don't worry about paying me. But if it's a Thursday or a Wednesday night, last time it was Wednesday, I can't get there and back the same day. I get the radio show to do, and then I got to be back for Thursday's radio show. I said, so then there are no nonstop flights. So they're like, okay, cool. So they send the university plane to pick me up, which is awesome.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it's on my Instagram. You see it with the big hog behind me. And so they go, they pick me up, and I worked for a couple weeks writing jokes for like the intro part of this. And my process is I'll write the jokes, and then when I think they're funny, I'll send them over to Mike D, and Mike D will like go, this could be funnier. Then he writes some new jokes, and then we have it all, the whole bunch. And so I had probably 30 jokes. I felt pretty confident in them. And I was playfully roasting a lot of the coaches, not in a roasty roast, but like playful way. And I had all these jokes written about everybody. I was feeling pretty good. I practiced them, had all on cue cards, and I was in my suit and this red suit, feeling pretty good. And so I get to the venue last night, and it's supposed to start at 7:30, and they show a video. They didn't announce I was hosting it. I didn't say anything about it because it's supposed to be a surprise. And they show a video, and I walk out, and I'm like, hey, everybody. Well, everybody, it was all college kids for the most part, and they had just started serving food. And I did one joke, and the music, the DJ was still playing music behind me. And I did a joke, and nobody even heard me tell the joke. I was just like, wow. So I did half of one more, and I was like, read the room, bro. And so I just said no jokes. And walked over and started yeah. So I don't feel like I quit as much as I read the room and pivoted, because they would, if I had sat up there and did 15 minutes of jokes, they weren't listening to anything. They were eating. They were college kids.
Yeah.
And so what I did is after the show, and I'll post this on Instagram today, I did all the jokes in the dressing room by myself, and I'm just gonna post them.
Dang, dude.
Hey, so yeah, they're not going to waste.
But they're so inside. We'd worked so hard on. So I had all these. Not only that, it gets worse. And for me, because I was the idiot. But so I had all these jokes. I was talking about Coach Musselman. He takes his shirt off, and I was like, Coach Muss, please don't take your shirt off tonight. We don't have a permit for adult entertainment. So I had stuff like that.
That's good.
I was really just, being playful, being funny. So read the room. Nobody cared. So I said, okay, cool. Put the cards down, went to the podium, started the deal. All right, award for best newcomer of the year, best comeback, whatever. There were envelopes, and the one that was on top, the first award, I just grabbed and opened and read it. It was the wrong person, wrong award. So I was like,
oh, no.
What?
Yeah, I said, sorry, I just Steve Harvey'd you guys. I read somebody who was getting an award later. I literally just grabbed the top envelope. And it's in the end, it's on me.
Yeah.
But I was a little flustered because I was like, man, I worked so hard on those jokes. And I just had to go, you know what? I don't want to sit up here and make everybody miserable because nobody cares. At least I had them. And then I read the wrong award.
Did you have to do a Steve Harvey apology?
I'd said, well, the person who, two things. It was a double award. It was male and female comeback of the year, but it was just four. It was two names. I thought it was Mary-Kate Ashley Olsen. It was da-da-da-da-da-da. I put them all together, but it was two people. And not only that, it wasn't the right award. And so I said, I'm really sorry. Let's act like later when I called this other award out that you don't know you won.
Act surprised.
Yeah, so it was a whole thing last night. It was awesome. So what I did too, I went to some of the coaches, and a lot of them left right after. But I went and said hi to Coach Muss, basketball coach, his wife. I talked to Coach Deifel, the softball coach. Just a few of them. They were there, but I went up to them and did their joke to them.
What?
Individually. I just feel like I did all this work and I didn't
Yeah,
get
of
to.
course.
So I did my joke individually and then gave them the joke card that I wrote it on.
Did you
That's funny.
explain like, hey, I had this, I didn't get to do it here, or did you just?
I just don't think anybody cared.
So you just did it.
It was just for me.
no explanation. Just did the joke.
You don't want to go to waste. I
like,
get that.
No, I get it.
yeah, like Jordan Weber, she won a gold medal, gymnast for the United States. She's the gymnastics coach there. And so I had this joke. I was like, she's whatever. She she's won a gold medal, and I have 947 Chick-fil-A points. It was just like a comparison type thing. And so I gave it to her, and then I realized later that I misspelled her name on the card.
Oh, no.
Now she has that. It was just one fail after another. But then I got back home like 11:30 or so last night.
So, do you think you're gonna get invited back?
I don't think I did a bad job. Well, I did read the wrong guard.
There was that.
No, I think that I over prepared, and then I am proud of myself for not just grinding through all the jokes when nobody cared. But it was, I worked hard on them. But I'll put them up on my Instagram today, and you won't get half of them because they're so inside. But I'm not letting them go to waste. Mr. Bobby Bones on my Instagram. But it was all. I mean, I really have a great time doing that, and I would do it again, and I did it for free. So that's what's up.
And you got to ride on that plane.
Yeah, they sent it. It's pretty cool.
That's
It
awesome.
has,
Yeah.
I saw. I got the hot. So that's what. Who uses that?
Athletics. Yeah, like if they're recruiting players or whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I felt like I was, maybe going to play on the
You're
team.
about to
or
commit.
something. Yeah. I didn't know which team.
About to sign.
So, yeah, that was my evening last night. What about you? What'd you do? Anything?
No, I went to bed early, and I washed my hair. That was my big thing for the night. I actually was gonna do some online shopping with Caitlin because she said you were gone, and then we both texted each other and we're like, "Hey, I think I kind of want to go to bed early and wash my hair." And she was like, "I love a friendship that can just like cancel something last minute and
Yeah.
it not be a big deal and there's no drama."
I need to shop. I'm supposed to go to the ACMs.
Yes.
It's not next week. It's the week after that. They're going to announce at some point I'm part of the Amazon broadcast, which I'm not even supposed to say this, I guess, but I am. And I don't have any clothes yet. I'm just going to wear something from my closet. And apparently that's like, honestly, that's what I was going to do. I was going to wear the same stuff I wore to the Grammys. I was going to be like, this jacket costs so much. I need
Yeah.
to wear it again to a different award show.
Yeah.
I'd have to pay for it. Don't get me wrong. They paid, when I did it on E, they paid for the jacket. But I was like, I'm just going to wear it again. This thing costs too much to not wear again. And then I was told by certain people, everything's not a bit.
Oh. Got it.
Because
Oh, was that Caitlin?
no. But I have a circle of folks that are like, hey, dude, everything's not a joke or a bit. You don't have to. And I'm like, no, they're like, you didn't pay for the jacket. Who cares? But I always think, it was like Eddie and I wanted to go to CMAs as Brooks and Dunn.
Oh, my God. That would have been hilarious.
Because they said we could. They said, we don't have to go. You go as us, dress as us, stay in character as us the whole time. And then if we win, you go accept the award for us. And I was told then, everything's not a bit. Life is not a bit.
Ugh. No
I-
fun.
I feel like life's a bit a lot of the time. Life's a bit. You learn as you go.
Hey, I like that.
Exactly. So I got to figure out what I'm wearing. But they're not giving me any direction on because I'm not hosting. That's Garth and Dolly. But I'm kind of right under their level. So, but do I wear a suit if I'm not the host?
Yeah, I say so.
Or do I wear like fishnet stockings?
Oh, go hard.
Okay, no.
Really different.
And then right after that, I have iHeartRadio.
That's what I
2
wanted
days
to
later,
shop for last
yeah.
night because I have no idea. I ordered a denim dress and it came in and I was like, this doesn't, like nothing about it fit. Nothing.
Also, nobody cares. Really, nobody
I know.
cares.
I could probably find something.
I
in
wear
my
shorts and a
closet.
cutoff, and nobody would care.
Ooh, do it.
I would love to. I asked if I could do it. I literally asked,
And
I
what'd
was
they
told
say?
no chance whatsoever.
Because life's not a bit.
Yeah, it's not a bit. So I get told all the time. Everything's not a bit. You guys can call us if you want, 877-77-Bobby. Thank you, and we'll come back in a second. And apparently people are making fun of Eddie, and it's my fault, and I didn't know that. So we will get to that. And tomorrow, Nate Smith performing with his full band on the show. Okay, hold on one second. A Delta flight made an emergency descent last summer. Leaky bathrooms jammed the plane's controls.
What?
Leaky bathrooms shut down the autopilot.
What?
How do leaky bathrooms get all the way up there to the front of the plane?
Well, there's
How does it drip that far?
There's a bathroom up front.
Oh,
There-
yeah.
oh, right,
But
that's
how
true,
does that
true.
drip into the system?
I still
Pipes,
don't-
man.
I still don't like it.
That's
but
what I
yeah.
picture, like water boiling over into the like pipes of the computer.
Wow.
It landed safely. No one was injured. Leaking from the bathrooms. That's wild.
Well, the autopilot just means that they have to fly the plane the whole time,
I bet
right?
those pilots are like, how do we do this? We haven't done this in years. So it left pilots with limited control of the aircraft
That's crazy.
and no autopilot. So it took all of the computer flying it, and then what do we mean limited control? What does that mean exactly? How limited? You're telling me a leak can make it limited?
Right, because you would think autopilot, you still have complete control of the plane, even though you don't have autopilot.
The toilet was leaking in one bathroom, and the filter under the sink was leaking in another. Crew members restricted bathroom use, tried to clean up as much water as they could. I'm surprised a leak could do that. It could take the whole plane down, basically. After talking with dispatch and maintenance control, the pilots were given permission to descend 9,000 feet where the ice could melt back into water. They're having to melt.
That's crazy.
They're having to
Ice could melt that. Okay. So the water that was leaking started to freeze the higher they got?
Sounds like it, because
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, it
It's
makes
colder.
sense.
you
Really
get-
cold up there.
Yep.
The NTSB said the incident was likely due to human error, with workers not closing the drain mast heater circuit breakers during maintenance. What do I always say? Always close the drain mast circuit heater before
Totally,
we
dude.
get off
Yeah.
the ground.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm just so surprised a leaky bathroom could limit how pilots can fly the plane.
That's it. No bathroom up front. Take it out.
Oof.
No, how about I just
Two in the back.
triple check your
That's great.
I like it. 2 in the back.
maintenance.
Not one up front, 2 in the back. I
Just to
agree.
check it.
Yes. Look, I apparently messed up. Eddie, what are people saying to you? Why are they making fun of you up here?
Apparently, you posted a video on your Instagram of me bench pressing,
Mm-hmm.
but what you didn't say was this is the end of the workout. So, like, we took off all the weight.
Who's making fun of you, first of all? I want to know names.
The back room.
Give me names.
I'll just say the back room.
Raymundo?
No, he's not part of it.
He's in the back room, though. Scuba Steve?
The back one.
Oh. Kickoff Kevin?
Kick off Kevin.
This is what happened. Eddie was crushing it. And he had on, it was the bar, which is 45, and the 25's on each side. So it's 95 pounds. But he did 26 reps, and it was the very last set.
Wow, 26.
Yeah.
Hey, I had already
What?
done like 150, you know, bro?
Yeah, he had done, so he was doing, and I just did a video celebrating Eddie's hard work. That's all it was. And then they want to make fun of him.
It's crazy, dude. Oh, hey, a lot of weight you're benching there.
But so it's not a lot? Because, I mean, I just do the bar.
Well,
But, you know,
I don't think
I-
you comparing yourself to Eddie. Would be
Yeah,
good for
I'm
his-
strong, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
But he did 26 of 95 pounds. Who was it? Just Kevin or who else?
Kevin and Pitts.
Why are you asking names? Are you
Well, because I want to know who's making fun of him. Because if it's people that,
Hey, maybe Lauren.
yeah, it's like if people criticize me for this job or not being funny. Like to say, unless you're also in the arena doing it, I don't want to hear from you because you don't know what it's like to do it.
Yeah,
you,
so-
you can sit out, you can sit in the seats all you want and criticize, but that don't mean anything to me because you have no idea what's going on.
That's right.
So you're saying if they're not
yeah,
benching.
if they're not working, but Kevin is though. So
Yeah, Kevin's all ripped.
I should have just put some context on it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Eddie. I was
That's
just kinda,
okay.
I was just kind of, celebrating the hard work you're putting in.
And it was the end, so I was like struggling, like with like
Isn't
95.
a normal like set or whatever. Like
There's no such thing as normal when it comes to strength or it's like running.
No,
Isn't it
no.
normal to run 3 miles? No.
Okay, sorry. What I have been accustomed to in the past is like, or hearing a lot in the gym is like 3 sets of 12, right? So
But he
12
did all
reps.
those.
I know. So like, but they were just assuming he was just doing like 10. But
They should have
really-
assumed nothing and just shut their holes.
That's
because
what
you
I'd
don't
like.
ever make fun of somebody for working. The guy's come a long way.
Bro, I got biceps.
He literally,
Like, it's crazy.
He's putting muscle on. for
Amy,
the
look
first
at
time.
this. I have biceps.
He works hard.
I see.
Do you see the
Wow.
arc?
If
No,
you
no,
want
I
to
see
make
it.
fun of him, come make fun of me. That's what I say.
Dude, I've never had biceps in my life. Like, it's crazy.
You've had them. They just haven't been
Exposed.
as. Well, no,
Yes.
I'm not say that. I just like as big. Raymundo, what would you say to people making fun of Eddie? You're a former recreational bodybuilder.
Yeah, I mean, kind of am now too, but I just
No,
toned it
you're
down.
not. You-
It's not worth it to hurt your back and shoulders, so I do light, but I do bench 225. Not bragging or anything like that. But then also, With Eddie, I mean, honestly, when Baser goes to the gym, I do the same weight for her. I throw the 25s on the end. So
Okay.
But
I mean,
he'd
that's fine.
already done 3 heavy sets.
I get it.
And then
That's
he
cool.
did 26 reps of 95.
now- How's
so he
Ray's
had
making fun of
removed
me?
heavier weight.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
other sets were much heavier.
I would have rather had a video of that. You know what I mean?
I wasn't thinking about it. I was just shooting you. My apologies. That's on me, buddy.
Nah, you're good, dude.
That's on me. But if you want to talk bad about somebody, about what their job is, how they're doing, unless you're doing the job too, I got no use for you. So I'm sorry. That's all. It'd be like criticizing Mike for running.
Yeah,
You
don't
only
do
did
that.
8-minute and 30-second miles. Dang loser.
So Eddie, that ends up being 154 pounds. That's not bad. Just because you did so many reps of it.
Right.
Yeah, that's the
26.
equivalent. Yeah.
Yeah, but also it was after he had. It doesn't matter. I'm playing a song.
Let's move
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Brett Young, you didn't. My apologies, Eddie.
You're good, dude.